Students, let us discuss solvent extraction method used for separation of lanthanoids. What exactly solvent extraction means? Anything or any solute, if it remains in one solvent, means if one solution you consider, and in that if you add other solution, then that other solution also has solubility of solute. So this solute will get a chance to move in the other solution or other solvent. So it will get distributed, and that distribution is defined by Nernst distribution law. And at particular temperature, the distribution ratio means concentration in one medium to the concentration of the other medium, that ratio, that is called distribution ratio, is fixed at particular temperature. Whatever may be the extent of solubility, but at least is there, no? But suppose if you remove it, and if you add fresh solvent, again the solute will come. Remove it, fresh solvent, again it will come. As like we wash the utensils or clothes. If you add one slot of water, everything will not get dissolved in the water. Everything doesn't come in the water, because I am talking about the solubility point of view. So it is removed. Next, fresh slot of water comes, and it is about the removed. Other example that I give it to you. In rainy season, our clothes do not get dry early because moisture remains outside. Moisture is outside means water vapors are there outside. So whatever the cloth remain with the water, those water do not get converted to vapor. In case if they convert, then air doesn't want those vapors. So to little extent, air takes those water vapors, and air itself is with the more moisture. Therefore, drying doesn't occur. But in dry season, in a summer season, air is with less quantity of the water, means moisture, humidity. It can dissolve more water. So water vapors can enter in the air. If that air goes out, fresh air will come. It will take water vapor. It will go, fresh air will come. It will take water vapor. So drying occurs early. As like the drying of the clothes we can understand. Means here what we are doing? Separation of water vapor. Separation of water we are doing. Likewise, separation of any solute from the solution is possible. Add other solvent. Solute has the solubility in other solvent also. There will be equilibrium. After equilibrium, remove that solvent, newly added solvent. Add fresh solvent for the dissolution. Remove it. Fresh solvent. Dissolution. So whatever things were there in one solution or solute was in one solvent, now it will go completely in the other solvent, and that is called separation. That is called extraction. That is called removal of that solute. But question arises, we are not interested in extraction because already in aqueous medium all lanthanides are there now. Those lanthanides we want to separate. Lanthanum should be there one where, cerium should be there other where, gadolinium should be there at other where. Likewise, separation we want, and for separation we will use solvent extraction method. Is the solvent extraction method clear? One other example, partition coefficient experiment. Iodine, which has solubility in aqueous medium as well as organic medium. But up to particular limit it will dissolve. So there is a distribution ratio. If I want to bring it completely in the organic medium, repeatedly apply organic solvent, it will go in the organic medium. If I want to bring it from organic medium to aqueous medium, repeatedly apply the aqueous medium, it will come in the aqueous medium. So that's a moving the solute from one place to other place is possible by solvent extraction method. But here point of interest is separation. And for separation what we need to do? We need to use one principle. So what is the principle of solvent extraction method? different lanthanoids have different tendency to form a complexes. As they form a complexes, they will come in the organic medium. For different intervals, they will come in the organic medium. So at one time, one kind of lanthanoid will come, maybe lutetium lanthanoid. Other time, ytterbium will come. Other time, gadolinium will come. So how exactly separation occurs, that we will discuss in detail. But principle is difference in the tendency of lanthanoids to form a complexes is used for the separation of the lanthanoids. What exactly this technique is? This technique consists aqueous medium. In that we add the organic medium, say TBP, tributyl phosphate. So these lanthanoids in nitrate form, they can come in the organic medium. So repeatedly this tributyl phosphate is used, and one time one lanthanoid comes, second time second lanthanoid comes. Likewise different lanthanoids can be extracted. Organic medium can be kept separately, and separation of the lanthanoids can be achieved. Now one time one lanthanoid, second lanthanoid means which lanthanoid comes there. How we can decide that? That depends on their tendency of complex formation. Now remind that point. Tendency of complex formation is used for the separation of the lanthanoids. Now here in aqueous medium, all the lanthanoids are there. Lanthanum plus 3 also is there, cerium plus 3 also is there, last lutetium plus 3 is there. All lanthanoids are there. Out of that, selectively one lanthanoid will come. Which lanthanoid will come? You have to answer. Now see here in aqueous medium, total say 15 lanthanoids. Promethazine will not be there, but timing consider many lanthanoids are there. Out of the lanthanum, for comparison purpose, I take these two, lanthanum and lutetium. Who is smaller? Lanthanum plus 3 smaller or lutetium plus 3 smaller? Lutetium plus 3 smaller. Who has more tendency to form a complexes? Lutetium plus 3 has a more tendency to form a complexes. Why? Because of high charge density. So who will go in the tributyl phosphate medium? Who will go in the organic medium in presence of those nitrate? This lutetium will go in the organic medium first. Actually hydrated lutetium will be larger, but here it is coming in the organic medium, so it is not hydrated. So bare lutetium ion about which I am talking, which is smaller, which has more tendency to form a complex. So with tributyl phosphate and a nitrate ion, it will form a complex and it will go in the organic medium. Mistakenly, suppose if any other lanthanide goes, say ytterbium goes before lutetium, ytterbium is there, then ytterbium will say no, now it is my turn. When all lutetiums will finish, all lutetium will go in the organic medium, then only there will be turn of the ytterbium, reverse, because there is a more affinity. That solvent also will say yes, lutetium is there, so remove ytterbium and lutetium will be taken. So selectively lutetium will be absorbed. Suppose if lutetium is not there, then ytterbium will be there in reverse order. If ytterbium is not there, ytterbium is over, then thulium will be there. Likewise, last lanthanum will be trapped. Lanthanum will go in the organic medium. This is a technique to separate lanthanoids in reverse order of their atomic number. Now how it works, what exactly happens, what is the mathematics involved in, how can we explain this, that I discuss now. Now see here reaction. Lanthanum plus 3, means these ions are in aqueous medium, they are with sufficient nitrate ion, 3 nitrate ions are there, plus TBP, TBP means organic solvent. So lanthanum plus 3 aqueous medium, NO3 minus aqueous medium, and TBP is an organic medium, and all they will combine. What will happen? Ln is the general presentation of lanthanoid. Ln NO3 thrice. And how many TBP molecules are there? 3. For coordination purpose, 3 are sufficient. This is the monodentate ligand. Solvent works as a monodentate ligand. 3 TBP. So formed complex is LnNO3, TBP thrice. It is square bracket. Square bracket means it is a coordination compound. It is a complex. Now answer for my question. What is the coordination number of this complex? 6? No. Nitrate ion. Nitrate is a bidentate ligand. So one nitrate forms 2 bonds. So 3 nitrates are there, will form 6 bonds. And 1 TBP forms 1 bond. So 3 TBP are there, 3 bonds. 6 plus 3. 9 is a coordination number for this complex. Now if you see this complex, it is with no charge. So it can go readily in the organic medium. But there is equilibrium. There is equilibrium constant. This equilibrium constant depends on lanthanoid. Which lanthanoid is there? Accordingly, value of constant will be there. Value of constant depends upon tendency to form complex. And the tendency to form complex depends on sizes of the lanthanoid. Lutetium plus 3 is smaller, will form early complex. Lanthanum plus 3 is larger, will form last complex. Lutetium plus 3 is smaller, will be extracted early. Lanthanum plus 3 is larger, will be extracted later. So in reverse order of the atomic number, we are going to collect the lanthanide. Now answer for my question. Lanthanides were there in the aqueous medium. Now you have added organic medium. So lanthanides are going in the organic medium. So they are distributed in 2 mediums. So there is a concentration of lanthanide in the aqueous medium as well as in the organic medium. One medium and second medium. So ratio of concentration of the solute in 2 different medium is called as distribution ratio. Let us define this capital D, the distribution ratio for one lanthanoid. Or in general, capital D is equal to concentration of lanthanide in organic medium is 1 medium divided by concentration of lanthanide in other medium is aqueous medium. It is a distribution ratio. It is in general. But suppose in particularly if I want distribution ratio for lutetium plus 3, terbium plus 3 or gadolinium plus 3 or cerium plus 3 or lanthanum plus 3, then individually I need to mention that. But for the sake of brevity, general notation that I use, let us consider D dash is a distribution ratio for first lanthanoid, that is Ln dash is a 1 lanthanoid, and D double dash is a distribution ratio for second lanthanoid, that is called Ln double dash. So D dash is equal to concentration of lanthanide means Ln dash in which medium? Organic medium divided by concentration of lanthanide in aqueous medium. Which lanthanide? Ln dash. It is a value or it is an expression or equation for D dash. Similarly, D double dash is equal to concentration of Ln double dash in organic medium divided by concentration of Ln double dash in aqueous medium. Why for we want these distribution ratios? Ratio of distribution ratio is called as separation factor, and this separation factor will give us idea about the separation. So ratio of these distribution ratios, so D double dash divided by D dash, we will get separation factor, and separation factor can be represented in this way. This separation factor should be away from 1. This separation factor should differ from 1. It should not be exactly equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, then separation will not be satisfactory. Effective separation will not be there. In order to have proper separation, it should be either considerably less than 1 or it should be more than 1. If separation factor differs than 1, then separation will be effectively achieved. And this distribution is in 2 mediums. Which mediums are there? One organic medium and other aqueous medium. In organic medium, it is in which form? Complex form. And in aqueous medium, it is hydrated or achated. Now see this equilibrium where achated lanthanides combine with nitrate ion and TBP to form a complex. So here formation constant of the complex K is equal to concentration of lanthanides in organic medium divided by concentration of lanthanides in aqueous medium divided by concentration of nitrate raised to 3 divided by concentration of TBP raised to 3. But if you note carefully, concentration of the complex means concentration of lanthanide in organic medium divided by concentration of lanthanide in aqueous medium. What is this ratio? Yes, distribution ratio. So formation constant K is equal to distribution ratio D divided by concentration of nitrate ion raised to 3 and concentration of TBP raised to 3. Formation constant is a constant, no need to explain it. Distribution ratio is fixed for particular lanthanide, but it is varying for different lanthanides. So this value to be what considered now as a variation. Below that, there is a concentration of nitrate ion. So about which we need to discuss. Timing I consider concentration of nitrate ion raised to 3, and then TBP, concentration of TBP raised to 3. TBP is a solvent and concentration of solvent is a huge, it is a large, and it is a fixed. It means change in the concentration. It means few only TBP out of the lakh number of the TBP molecules. If you use hundreds of the TBP molecules, then no more change is going to occur in their concentration. So concentration of TBP we consider as what, the same, or is one of the other constant you can consider. This constant into formation constant, you will get new constant. So anyhow one constant, new constant is equal to distribution ratio divided by concentration of nitrate raised to 3. I simplify it further. I bring a nitrate ion which are in the denominator to the left side. So what will I get? Capital D, concentration of nitrate, to other side. So capital D numerator, distribution, is equal to K into concentration of nitrate raised to 3. Now when this term in the power comes, to simplify that I use logarithmic term. So log D is equal to 3 into log of concentration of nitrate ion plus log K. See whether you are understanding it or not. This equation, what is the equation? Log D is equal to 3 log of concentration of nitrate ion plus log K. Log K means constant. So this equation is of the form straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. What is m? Slope of the straight line. So what is y here? Log D. What is x here? Concentration of nitrate ion. So if we plot the graph of log D versus log of concentration of nitrate ion, we should get straight line with slope 3. And practically it is noted that if concentration of nitrate ion is more than 10 molar, then only we get the straight line graph, straight line variation. What it signifies? Sufficient concentration of nitrate ion is necessary, and in reaction also we noted 3 nitrate ions are necessary for 1 lanthanide. 6 is a coordination number fulfilled by 3 nitrates. So from this graph, what is the conclusion? If sufficient concentration of nitrate ion is present, sufficient nitric acid is used for this separation, then lanthanoids can be separated in the reverse order of their atomic number. In order to prove the importance of the nitrate ion, these mathematical expressions are given to describe working of this separation. Now in next part, let us discuss other very important, very effective separation technique for lanthanides, that's the ion exchange.